If you're planning your first trip to Japan, or maybe this is your second or third, there are definitely a couple of things you'll need to take care of before hopping on that plane. In today's video, I'm going to take you through 5 key essentials to help you get started before you plan your trip here to Japan, so everything should go quite smoothly, save you time, and make sure you can really enjoy Japan to its fullest before you touch down. So let's get into it. First things first, your passport. Make sure your passport is valid for at least 6 months from your date of travel. Most travelers from around the world can enter Japan visa-free for up to 90 days. But you definitely need to double check your country's requirements before you come. It's also a good idea to save copies of your flight details, hotel bookings, and travel insurance info, just in case you can't access them on your phone. And that's pretty much it for the paperwork. Once you have your passport and the proper documents set up and ready to go, the next thing you can do is really start planning. When are you going to come to Japan? Is it going to be 6 months from now? Is it going to be a year from now? And of course, that's all going to depend on your schedule. Once you know all of that, then we can move to our next step. Deciding where you want to stay while you're here in Japan. When you're thinking about accommodations in Japan, you can stay at a hotel, you can stay at a ryokan, or you can stay at a capsule hotel if you're a solo traveler on a budget. It really depends on exactly where you're going in Japan. If you're in Tokyo, it's going to be a hotel or an Airbnb or a capsule hotel. If you're going to go to Hakone, probably a ryokan so you can get that onsen experience. Or maybe you're not an onsen person, maybe just stay in a hotel. If you're going to Kyoto, maybe you want to stay somewhere a little bit more quiet, maybe around the Gion district. And of course, if you're going to Osaka, Osaka is very, very similar to Tokyo also. I think hotels are very, very easy because if you are visiting multiple cities in Japan, and if you're just staying at different hotels, they can actually transport your luggage from one hotel to the next place. And that way, all you need to do is carry a day bag with you, and then the remainder of your luggage will come about a day or so after you arrive at your next city. But if you got a family, maybe you're in a little bit more on a budget, then of course you probably do an Airbnb, or if you're a solo traveler, you're definitely going to do a capsule hotel. And when you do choose a place to stay, make sure that you choose a place that's close to a major train station. The train is the key to getting around the city. And the next question is, do you want to be in a place that's a little bit more quiet, a little bit more chill, or are you thinking that you want to stay somewhere more around the city center where all the activity is? Maybe if it's your first time in Japan, you want to be in a place where it's a little bit more busy, where it's a little bit more vibrant and more buzzing. If it's your second or third time, maybe you've seen all that and you just want to take it easy. So maybe you want to find a place that's a little bit more quiet and a little bit more chill. So depending on what you're looking for, this is what you need to think about when you're coming to Japan. Where exactly do you want to stay? Quiet place, busy place. Ryokan, hotel. Airbnb budget, solo travel, capsule hotel. The key thing is try to book a place that's close to a train station. And that will make getting around a lot easier, whether you're in Kyoto, Tokyo, or Osaka, or anywhere else in Japan. The next thing is deciding what to pack. Of course, the time of year should determine what type of clothes you're going to bring when you come to Japan. Just know the springtime here, that's between March, April. The weather is, some days can be very warm, some days can be very cool, plus there's going to be a little bit of rain. The summers in Japan can be very, very hot. They're very, very humid. And winters can be very cold and dry, especially if you're traveling up north, like say around Hokkaido or Sendai, if you're up in the north. The north is always going to be more cold. So I'd also recommend bringing a foldable bag. I think an extra foldable bag would be extra if you shop and buy a little too much souvenirs. I think in terms of your luggage, all you need is one main suitcase, maybe a small carry-on suitcase, and then a day bag. It's probably all you really need. Just 3 pieces of luggage is all you really need. And out of those 3 pieces of luggage, your main suitcase, don't pack it to the brim, don't fill it with everything. Just bring your essentials and what you really need. You don't want to overpack. And depending on power adapters, Japan uses type A plugs, and the voltage is about 100 volts. Most of your electronics should be okay, but it's definitely worth checking out just in case. But I believe one of the key things is don't overpack and bring only the clothes you really need, and do double check the weather to check the season that you come. I mean, if anything, you can always go to Uniqlo and buy something when you get here if you realize, oh, I didn't pack a jacket or something. I mean, you're gonna go shopping anyways, right? But those are good things to pack and get you started. Are you planning a trip to Japan? Is it gonna be your first time? Do you think planning an itinerary is quite daunting? Do you have no idea where to start? Well, look no further. You can connect with me at farsidejapan.com. If you connect with me at farsidejapan.com, shoot me a little message. I can definitely help you get started on planning your trip out here to Japan. And who knows, I can even take you around the city. And with that, back to our video. Some of the most popular experiences in Japan require a reservation. It's definitely important to make reservations in advance, and they can fill up very, very quickly, especially if you plan on going to the Ghibli Museum, Team Lab Planets, or Team Labs Borderless. Maybe if you're planning on going to the Pokemon Cafe. A lot of these places, you'll need to book a reservation weeks or months in advance, even if you plan on going to some restaurants, especially if you're planning on going to a high-end sushi place or some kaiseki place. Reservations are often required. So if there's any unique experience that you want to try here in Japan, just make sure that you make those reservations far in advance. And the next thing you want to do is create a rough itinerary of what you're planning on doing day to day here in Japan. It doesn't need to be an hourly breakdown of what you want to do, but at least kind of have a general idea of what you want to do each day so you're not just twiddling your fingers while you're here. You want to decide which areas you want to explore, what you'd like to see, and how many nights are you going to be staying in each location exactly. It's also a good time to decide if a Japan Rail Pass is actually worth it. Usually if you're just traveling from Tokyo to Kyoto, Osaka, you really don't need a Japan Rail Pass. And most importantly, leave some space for flexibility. I think that's really key. Some of the best moments in Japan happen when you're just wandering and you just leave the chance. Just find yourself in some strange neighborhood and walk around, walk into some restaurant where nobody speaks English. That's all part of the adventure. So these are some of the things that are going to help you get started as you plan your trip out here to Japan. If there's anything you feel like I've missed, or if you have any questions on some of the things we talked about, please comment below. I'll be more than happy to answer those questions. And of course, if you found this video very helpful, show me some love by hitting that like button. And if you haven't already, do subscribe to the channel for more information and tips about traveling to Japan. And if you'd like to watch more videos to help you prepare for your trip to Japan, you can click here. And thank you for joining me today and watching today's video. So with that, I will be seeing you on the next round, or maybe even Japan.